Hey guys, here with another episode of Trainer Confidential. Got Donnie here. We're going to go over a couple things about the Arnold UK. We're going to talk about the New York Pro coming up, and well, it's 10 weeks from now, and the Arnold Brazil. So that's the last Arnold of the year, I believe. I think there's they just have the three.
Okay.
So anyway, how you doing tonight, Donnie?
I'm doing all right, man.
So you got a show coming up.
Yeah, this is week 7, so Sunday will be week 6, and I'm gonna start ramping things up a little bit. So,
How you feeling?
uh, I'm finally starting to get in that rhythm. I wasn't feeling it for a while, and I was just going through. I'll just go ahead and go through the process and see what happens. And now it's finally starting to kick in. I'm seeing the changes, and so yeah. I'm gonna be locked in.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see that show because gonna have you and Dan there.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's gonna be an exciting show to watch. I'm gonna jump right into it. We're gonna talk about uh the Arnold UK first.
Okay.
So Arnold UK. Here's the lineup for the Arnold UK. I think we already went through this before, but so we got Andrew Jack that's not going to make it. I'm not sure why. We got Nexzilla's not going to make it. Chupon still doesn't have his visa because he's from Iran, and that's the issues with that. So he's probably not going to make it. So that leaves Della Rosa, Shaban, Valiant, Holland's Head, and Akim Williams. So we got Sampson Dauda that is gonna make it supposedly, hopefully, because he got sick right after the Arnold happened, and he put a post up, then well, a little video up saying that he's gonna have to check himself into the hospital. And the other news, which I'm sure we've all heard about already, is he had MIlos for a coach, and they
Yep.
parted.
They parted ways.
So yeah, which I really wish he wouldn't have done that. But we don't really know the reason why. I mean, they have nothing bad to say about each other. Uh, there's nothing like that. As far as I know, I know Samson's put out a video talking about it, and MIlos just recently put out a video talking about it. But I think he just he wanted to get to that next level of conditioning, and he didn't get there. So maybe he thought maybe it might work better somewhere else. For whatever the reason is, it is what it is now. So leading up to the UK, his wife is actually prepping him. So, which I mean, so I still, he's still the front runner in my mind. I mean, I don't see him losing that show if he makes it, but we're gonna see how he looks. I mean,
Oh,
and I want to see what coach is he gonna get next. I mean,
you know, as of right now, all he needs to he just needs to tighten up more.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
that's it.
I don't know what happened. I saw his morning picks, and for somebody who's just getting ready to get on stage, he seemed a little flat.
Yeah,
I don't know whether uh because I know Milos, I know he's big into diuretics,
mm,
and I don't know whether he had him take something that flattened him out, but he if his muscles are not popping,
no,
you know.
they're not.
Yeah,
No.
he's lean and everything, but there's not a lot of pop.
And as far as I know, he was because he had another video about the struggle for this UK. He was starving. Like he was not eating that much food at all during this UK. So I mean, as far as all of his preps, I think this has been the hardest prep for him to do, which made him really emotional. He didn't get any sleep. He was talking about how he'd get an hour of sleep, wake up from hunger, be up for an hour, and that was his daily routine. So I mean, this guy. And the other sad thing that I really didn't want to see, it happened last year too with Derek winning the Olympia with Chupon's fans, but he got a lot of hate because we expected more from him, and he got a lot of hate. His family got a lot of hate. He had to make a video about that too, and he almost talked about quitting bodybuilding over it. And it's just like I hated seeing that because if he gets his conditioning on point, he's in my mind he's unbeatable right now. Anyway, you know what I
Right. I
mean?
mean, I picture him with his frame and his size, and I picture him with that Kai Green conditioning. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, I don't see. I mean, if we're talking about like another person that could win multiple Olympias, which nowadays we're like, well, I don't really know if that you're not gonna have another Ronnie Coleman, but if there was gonna be one, it'd be Samson in my mind. So and he can do it. He just needs to get to that next level conditioning, and maybe it does take a different. Maybe it will take a different coach. I mean, in my mind, I think that because he's been with Milos since 2021. So his body's been changing since then because I mean, before that, we didn't even heard of Samson. He's done a lot in that time.
Yeah, he's
Milos is bringing him up, you know, big time since he started. But in
yeah.
my mind, I really would have wished that he would have stayed until the UK at least. Uh, with Samson or with Milos, but it
But
is what it is.
sometimes right after shows, especially if you fell short of what your goal, what you thought your goal was going to be and stuff, sometimes people just make hasty decisions at that moment,
And I
you
think that's
know.
what that was. I really do.
So
But I wish all the best for Samson. He's my favorite bodybuilder, so I want to see him. I want to see him on top, man.
I'd
And
like
he's
I'd like I'd like to I'd like to see that with some Kai Green conditioning.
yeah, yeah. And I
He,
know he can
he's
get there. It might take a different coach. I'm thinking Chris Aceto, Chad Nichols, it just might take somebody different. Somebody's gonna pick him up. So we'll see how that's gonna work. But anyway, so we go back to the Arnold UK. We got him as a front runner also. Then we got John De La Rosa. He came in fourth for the Arnold Ohio. So this whole lineup is going to be crazy because a lot of the top guys aren't going to be there. So really, we got Samson, we got De La Rosa, we got Akim Williams, we got Hollinshead, and Valiant. But as far as the placing the highest on the Arnold, it was De La Rosa.
I
And
wonder what the payout's going to be.
I think it's 150 grand. It's not as
Okay.
much. I think that's what I heard. It's not as much as the
It's a
Ohio.
six-figure purse, so
Oh yeah, yeah, it's still worth it. But this is Akeem's latest update here. Now, Akeem in prejudging at the Arnold, he wasn't on point at prejudging. But when he came back to finals, that's where he got all of his points right there, and he really did good. And he placed sixth. So I mean, if he can bring in that conditioning and be tight and everything on stage, prejudging at the Arnold UK, I could definitely see him taking second place. Maybe even beating De La Rosa.
hmm.
What do you think? I mean, that's got another shot here, chest
Yeah,
here.
yeah, let me get a
This is 1 day ago.
yeah, his side shots are like really, really, really good.
Yeah.
I mean, his front shots aren't bad.
No, no, no. His side shot and that back double bicep, man. He's got everything here. So it's going to be interesting to see what the placing is going to be.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, we're going to be surprised. I know that it's not going to be as easy to pick out as the Ohio was. So so we got that coming up. Then I want to talk about the Arnold Brazil real quick. We got an update from GoodVito. Uh, that's definitely his pose, the front double bicep. He can pull that pose off like crazy. But look at his conditioning right now. And this is 3 weeks out right here. So
Yeah.
3 weeks out from the Brazil. But can he beat Brandao? Now,
You know,
Brandao,
picks and stuff by themselves. I mean, you know, it's good to see and everything and stuff, but you really can't tell until they really stand next to each other.
that's right. You can't know. Now, Good Vito, he's a big dude. He's a lot bigger than Brando
Seems
is.
like he's tall.
Yeah, he is. He's a big dude. Uh, yeah, he's just a giant human. But yeah, I mean, I'll go down here a little bit and show you some of the conditioning shots. So this is 6 days ago here. But I think we did a video on him several weeks ago, and he's made a lot of change. I think it was this, yeah, it was this picture. This is the picture that we had on a video a little while ago. So he's had a lot of improvement since then.
Yeah, no, he's nowhere near that right now, and that's not bad actually.
No, it's not. Not. So yeah, and he's living in Brazil right now. So that's probably why he's doing the Brazil. Uh
Okay.
so yeah, we got Brando to go up against. Now, Brando obviously, he did pretty damn good in the Arnold this year. Uh oh, that's 2021. I don't know if we got any recent picks other than the Arnold picks. It's an iconic one right there. But Brando, he's definitely going to do some damage. So it's going to be interesting to see how that show turns out. Well, yeah, I want to go to the New York Pro now with Nick Walker. So this is one of Nick Walker's recent updates here. So next level conditioning like always. He always is. Now they have a rivalry right now, him and Tonio, which is cool. I like this kind of
Yeah,
stuff in bodybuilding. And
yeah.
it's a harmless rivalry, but Tonio, he's the predator, and he always puts on their hunting season, hashtag hunting season. So he's been posting a lot, and they've been going back and forth on Instagram. And Nick Walker's one of his recent posts said hunting season's over. He said a pose off. So they have kind of
Hmm.
a little rivalry thing going on, which is awesome. And I like Tonio's physique. He's not as big as Nick, and he's still, I mean, but he's got a great physique. I think he's got a tiny waist. He's got a wide shoulders. I'd like to see some deeper cuts in his legs, but I don't know if he can beat Nick Walker. We have to see, but it's gonna be close, man. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
should be a good matchup.
yeah. So I want to go to another one of Nick's pictures here. Let's see here. Oh, I thought he had a back shot. I guess he didn't. That's 4 days ago. Now, Nick was looking huge on the Arnold when he gave out that award.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he
He,
was.
he was looking big.
He
I
was.
wonder if they got a picture of him here on that. Probably not. Yeah, he was definitely looking big. So,
Absolutely.
and this is, he had that hamstring injury. So this is going to be, he was supposed to be at the Olympia, and this is his first show since then. So be curious to see how that works out. And yeah, New York Pro. What are you thinking?
Oh,
What do you think about Tonio's physique?
I mean, I mean, he's got a good, he's got a, his structure is really good.
Hmm.
Like I said, he's very similar to Dexter in a way,
Yeah, he is.
you
He is.
know?
And he's short like Dexter too. But Nick Walker's short too, but there is a huge size difference. That's the thing. And Nick Walker nowadays is pretty aesthetic. Uh, you know, he, last year, I think he had to take a little bit of size off his arms. Or he wasn't as aesthetic last year, but
Right,
he's
right.
been really,
He wasn't as balanced.
yeah, his
He was getting
balance.
out of
Yeah.
balance. His proportions were off.
Yeah. But now I think he's got that under wraps. Tonio looks like this all year round too, it seems like. He's just like Walker in that sense. But he won the New York Pro last year, so he's trying to get a second title. So yeah, let me see if I got to get another recent shot from him. Here's a back shot. Nick Walker's definitely got him on the back shot, so unfortunately. Yeah, great physique though.
Hmm.
He's definitely gonna be top three. So yeah, you got anything else you want to add?
That's about it, man.
Yeah, not. I think all the news is blown out earlier this week about
Yeah,
the Arnold.
yeah,
So,
yeah, 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 yeah.
don't want to touch too much on that, but yeah, I wish Samson the best because, like I said, he's my favorite bodybuilder. I wouldn't have if I had any say about it, I would have said don't leave Milos quite yet because they're still trying to figure him out. Then sometimes it takes a while to figure out.
Sometimes it takes yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes it takes a while, but we kind of know the category that he's in though. I
yeah,
mean, he's along in that he's with that category along with Big Ramy, the whole 9 yards. You guys have got all the size, you've got the structure. You just got to bring the conditioning. That's it.
yeah,
He's only got to do one thing. He don't really have to bring up anything.
yeah,
There's nothing out of balance. He's got more than enough size. He's he's
yeah,
he's he's pretty balanced.
yeah.
He's pretty aesthetic to be a big man, to be as big as he is.
Mhm.
He's just got to bring that Thai green conditioning.
Yeah, and I
You
think
know,
you've said it before. I think a lot of it, he has thick skin. He has
yeah,
thick skin, and
yeah.
like I mean, if from the back at the Arnold, if his glutes were striated, I think he would have beat Hottie. Basically, I'm thinking, because he just doesn't. He's carrying fat back there. His skin's thicker, but he just doesn't have that conditioning from the back, especially that Hottie Chupon had, and Hottie always brings it. So it's like, matter of fact, he brought it better than he did at the Olympia. He had Derek's conditioning at the Arnold. So
Wow.
you know.
Yeah,
All right, well, you guys, we'll see you next week. Thank you for watching, and you guys got any comments? Shoot them at us, and we will get back to you, and we'll see you next week.
absolutely, man.